Lebanon's economic crisis has sparked a wave of fresh protests in the streets of capital Beirut. Banks in Lebanon have been declared closed for 3 days as tensions rise in the country. The decision was taken by the Association of Banks. It is aimed at preventing break-ins and hold-ups by angry depositors. The closure comes after recent incidents in bank branches where depositors tried to withdraw their savings in US dollars that had been frozen for the last 3 years. On Monday, hundreds of protesters tried to break into the Justice Department against the detention of activists who took part in the break-ins. Now, the protesters demand the release of Mohammed Rustam and Abdul Rahman Zakaria, who were earlier detained for breaking into the Blom Bank to support depositor Salih Hafiz. Now, Hafiz had used a plastic gun to demand her deposit for the treatment of her sick sister.
جايين ناصر عبد الرحمن زكريا عبد الرحمن ومحمد رستم يلي هن ضحيه هيدا النظام المصرفي، هيدا النظام يلي دمر كل مواطن لبناني ودمر المودعين ودمر كل مواطن له حق جوا البنوك.
The political tensions and the security turmoil have severely impacted the country's currency as well. The value of Lebanese pound hit a record low against the US dollar in the black market. Websites managing the exchange rate say the Lebanese currency stood at 38,600 on Monday. The Lebanese pound has effectively lost 95% of its black market value in the last 2 years. A Lebanese banker says the decline was due to a rising demand for dollars on the black market, which was triggered after the government's decision to lift state subsidies, including on fuel. As per the United Nations, 4 out of 5 Lebanese are now living in poverty. The West Asian country is desperately seeking a bailout from the International Monetary Fund to contain the crisis. On Monday, an IMF delegation arrived in Lebanon to follow up on the implementation of the reforms it demands. Last week, the IMF said there has been a slow progress on reforms needed to move forward with its loan program. Earlier in April, a staff-level agreement was reached on the $3 billion bailout sought.
WION, now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.